Alright, let's dive into something that's both fascinating and a bit unsettling. How robot dogs and drones are reshaping the way law enforcement operates. I mean, think about it. We're not just talking about futuristic gadgets here. We're talking about tools that are literally changing the game in high-stakes situations. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where technology isn't just an upgrade, it's a paradigm shift. So, let's break it down. Here's the hook. Imagine a standoff on a highway, windows tinted so dark you can't see inside, and instead of sending in an officer, a robot dog steps up to the task. That's exactly what happened in Lowell, Massachusetts, earlier this year. The Massachusetts State Police deployed a robot dog named Spot to break through a truck window during a deadly standoff. What makes this really interesting is the reasoning behind it. Trooper John Ragosa explained that they used Spot because rather put this in, if we can, and risk losing this as opposed to putting a trooper initially in harm's way. It's a no-brainer, right? But if you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about saving equipment, it's about saving lives. And that's huge. Now, let's talk about Spot for a second. This robot dog isn't just a glorified toy, it's a highly capable machine. It can open doors, climb stairs, pick things up, and even look around corners. One thing that immediately stands out is how versatile it is. I mean, think about the scenarios where this could be a game changer. Searching for suspects, assessing dangerous environments, or even handling explosives. What many people don't realize is that these robots are designed to go where humans can't or shouldn't. And that's not just a tactical advantage, it's a moral one too. If a robot gets damaged, it's a financial loss. If an officer gets hurt, it's a human tragedy. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. These robots aren't just tools. They're starting to take on personalities. Ragosa joked about Spot looking at people kind of funny, and even referred to him as a buddy. It's almost like we're anthropomorphizing these machines, which raises a deeper question. How do we balance their utility with our emotional attachment to them? I mean, when a robot like Roscoe, the first Massachusetts State Police robot dog, gets shot and taken out of service, it's not just a piece of equipment that's lost. It's something the team has grown accustomed to relying on. And that's a detail I find fascinating. How quickly we adapt to these technologies, both practically and emotionally. Now let's talk drones. The aerial drone unit is another game changer. These things can navigate tight spaces, go room to room, and provide real-time intel. What this really suggests is that law enforcement is moving toward a more information-driven approach. Instead of rushing in blindly, they're gathering data to make strategic decisions. From my perspective, this is a massive step toward de-escalation. The more you know about a situation, the less likely you are to make a fatal mistake. And in a world where split-second decisions can mean the difference between life and death, that's invaluable. But here's the thing. This technology isn't without its challenges. Roscoe, for example, was shot 3 times during a standoff in Barnstable. And while it's true that a robot's damage is preferable to a human's injury, it's also a reminder that these tools aren't invincible. What this really highlights is the ongoing arms race between technology and those who might misuse it. If suspects know that robots are being deployed, they might adapt their tactics. It's a cat-and-mouse game that's only going to get more complex. So where does this leave us? Personally, I think we're at the beginning of a new era in law enforcement. These technologies aren't just gadgets, they're lifelines. They're saving officers from dangerous situations and giving them the information they need to make smarter decisions. But they're also raising questions about how we integrate machines into roles that were once exclusively human. Are we comfortable with robots taking on more responsibilities? How do we ensure they're used ethically? These are questions we need to be asking, not just as analysts or commentators, but as a society. In my opinion, the real takeaway here isn't just about the technology itself, it's about what it represents. It's about the tension between innovation and tradition, between safety and risk. And it's about the future we're building, one where machines and humans work together to solve problems in ways we're only beginning to understand. So here's my closing thought. As we watch these robot dogs and drones take on more roles, let's not just marvel at what they can do. Let's also think about what they mean for us, for our values, and for the kind of world we want to live in. What do you think? Are these technologies a step forward, or are we crossing a line? Let me know in the comments below.